What's up, guys? Before we get into the episode, if you guys can please show me some love and like this video, rate and review the podcast on Apple Podcasts, that would be so appreciated. Thank you so much, guys.
I did find this and I think it's hilarious. I don't know why. Don't ask. But I made hoop earrings and I threw a bunch of candy.
You should totally start creating those. Your slogan can be the bigger the hoop, the bigger the plur.
All right, we're partners. We're partners in this business.
Yeah. This is a brand deal now. Candy Crew, what's up? Welcome to this super special, awesome episode of Best Candy Ever. Today I have a very, very good friend of the pod on. I've known her for, oh my gosh, I want to say over 2 years now. She is a Las Vegas-based photographer and is someone who I met a while ago during my first photo shoot. So without further ado, please welcome my good friend Maritza, aka Almighty Kitty.
Hi!
What's up, girl?
Oh my gosh, what's up?
How are you? I'm so sad that you weren't at the Realty Core EDC event.
Yeah, I know I was supposed to be there, but I was in Austin because Babe had 2 gigs. But on the way back, there was just bad weather. So we had a connecting to Denver, which we couldn't land in on time. So we were in the air doing circles.
Are you serious? That's so annoying. I've had that happen before too.
And then finally landed. And then we waited probably like half an hour or so to finally come back home. So luckily we finally made it home. But man, yeah, it was exhausting. But I ended up missing out on the event. So.
Yeah, boo. It's okay. I'm sure she'll have more to come.
Yeah, hopefully.
What did your boyfriend play? By the way, everybody, Maritza's boyfriend is a producer. He's an artist who produces mostly house, right? Or is it techno?
No, husband.
Husband. I'm so sorry, husband. That's right, husband. My bad.
And he produces house. Yeah.
House. Shout out to Almighty Jackson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he had 2 shows, one on Wednesday and one on Thursday. One place was called Bijou Lounge, they were both on 6th Street in Austin. And the other place is literally called The Venue.
The Venue. I like that. Yeah. Was it packed over there? Was it crazy? I know they're all open in Texas.
Yeah, it's really weird because, here we used to do the mask thing and everything, but there, I didn't have to wear a mask in most of the places. So it was really weird. But Thursday was packed, so it was a lot of fun. His mom actually got a chance to go down and see him perform for the first time.
Ever? Doing his thing?
Yeah. It was so cute.
How was that? Was she crying or anything?
No, she wasn't crying. She wouldn't get emotional like that. She was, luckily we had a table, so we're off to the side. So she got her personal space and you could just see her on the side dancing. And it was so cute.
Oh, that's adorable. I bet you that was a super special moment for your husband.
It was. Oh, yeah. It definitely was.
Well, yeah. I think that stuff like that is more important anyways.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're definitely waiting for him to play at an actual festival so we could take my parents, because my parents would definitely not be down to be hanging around the crowd. And my dad actually doesn't necessarily like the music. So we need to give him VIP treatment.
Oh, is that the goal? Bring them over to a festival? Do you think they would be okay with that environment?
Oh yeah, I've been doing this since 2010, so they know what it's about. They see it all.
Do you think that they would actually be okay, them themselves, immersed in the crowd as an audience? Yeah.
I could see my parents having fun, but my dad would definitely get tired of it after a while. So that's why we're waiting for him to do something on a big stage and then, take them for that hour and a half, whatever it is. And then they could just bounce.
Yeah, I think that's ultimately the goal because, Justin produces too. So I think like having something like that where they can hang out like in the green room
Oh yeah.
off to the side, kind of like maybe away from like the younger people. Only because I mean my parents are older. I don't know how old your parents are, but it's it's a party vibe for sure at a festival.
Definitely is. Like I said, I've been doing it so long. They've seen me wear the outfits. They know, what goes on at festivals. But they're very well aware of it all.
Yeah, wasn't it you? I might be wrong, but was it your mom that you said created like your festival outfits?
Yeah, yeah. She used to make a lot of my bras, my tutus. She used to make my candy before.
Shut up. Really? Does she know what it like stands for?
She kind of does. She kind of understands, but I think to her it's just more so like it's something that we just give to each other and we make, out of our own time and stuff and give it away. So
How did that happen? Did she see you making candy or did you ask her to do it for you?
my mom is very crafty, and once I started raving and everything, she's like, "Let me help you with like the bras and like doing the candy and stuff." So she would do the candy, and she would legit do more candy than I could, and like faster. And like I was like, "Oh, okay." So, Mom, here you go. Just make all my candy.
That's so awesome. I don't know a lot of parents that are that supportive because usually they're like off doing their own shit or have some other stuff on the side, but it's cool that she actually wanted to like participate in preparation
Well,
for like an event.
she's actually the one that bought me my first ticket to my first event. So
Oh,
after graduation, in 2010, she bought me and my best friend at the time, 2 tickets to EDC at the Coliseum. I think it was on a Friday. It was Friday and Saturday, and she bought us our tickets. And she said, "Go have fun, happy graduation, proud of you guys." So
that
thanks
is
to
so.
her, I'm in the scene.
What? Wait, okay. So does your mom rave?
No,
Like was
no.
she? Because I'm just like in shock that she even did that for you, or you like even knew what it was.
She's I like to say my parents raised us very well in that way where they didn't have like a very tight leash on us. They kind of let us explore and do our own thing and stuff. And I started going to house parties and into eating and music and all that. And I don't know. I somehow heard about EDC and I mentioned it to her, and then she realized that it was around the time of graduation, and she surprised us and bought us the tickets. But she's never been to an event. No, not at all.
That's so awesome. That's crazy, dude. Because my parents, well, more so my dad, but he was the one that was like, "I don't want you to go." Like at first, I feel like most people's parents are like would prefer for them not to go, if anything. At least in Las Vegas, because it kind of like upon locals, it kind of has like this weird rap. I think it's gotten better, but that's so cool. Your mom is a G.
Yeah, thanks.
Hi. Wait, so okay. Can you give us a little insight into who you are and for people that don't really know you, like a little intro into who Maritza is?
I don't know.
Or like a summary or anything that you want to say about yourself that we don't know?
I don't know. I do keep to myself, so there's a lot you don't know. But born and raised in LA, moved to Vegas with a husband in 2016, and that's when I started photography. And then along the lines, I met you and Rosa and everybody else. Now I'm a homeowner here, so I'll be stuck here for a while.
Yay!
I've been raving since 2010, so I'm a ride or die in this.
Yeah, you've been raving a year longer than I have. So that's like a super long time. It's awesome.
It is, but I love it. I've been very happy that stuff is opening back again. We actually got the chance to go to Seismic back in Austin for the day. It was very, yeah, just for the day.
Oh, how
before
was
we flew
that?
back. It was fun. It was a smaller production. We stood at the house stage the entire time, of course. Saw some good sets and then came back. And then I don't know why we're crazy and we went to downtown to Factory 93 on Saturday.
Oh my God.
So I feel like life is getting back to normal, and I'm excited about that because, like I said, it's been a big part of my life now, and I really need festivals and shows in my life. I don't know what I mean, I obviously did it without a year, but I can't do it again. I can't do it anymore.
No, I feel you. I feel like I'm almost at that breaking point too because Escape 2019 was my last festival, and I haven't been to any drive-in raves or any event whatsoever. So
Yeah.
it's been a minute, but I remember us DMing each other on Instagram when we found out EDC was like postponed again. I remember you saying, "I'm crying."
I
And
was
like,
crying for like 2 hours.
oh.
I'm not exaggerating.
No, I believe you.
I wish I was, but I legit was crying for like 2 hours. And oh, my sweet husband, he's like, "What can I do to make you feel better?" And I was like, "Chocolate? Can you give me some chocolate?"
Yeah. No, I mean, you were, I'm sure you weren't the only one crying because everyone was either like super sad or they were freaking pissed, like livid because, oh my gosh, I remember being on Instagram and seeing like Pasquale's post, and I was like watching the comments just like rack up, and it was, people were lighting him up pretty bad.
See, but it wasn't his fault. It's Vegas' fault. It's the officials here. It wasn't he didn't have any control over it. So at least that's my take. That's my opinion.
I feel like it could have been handled a lot differently announcement wise. I think he could have not said some things, but it's happening in October.
Yeah.
But I think should have initially been announced anyways. But
Yeah.
as long as it happens, who cares anymore?
Right. Yep. I'm with you. I'm with you on that because EDC is one of my favorites because it was my first festival and it's a very special in here. So I'm excited to have EDC. Not excited for it to be in October. Not gonna lie, it's gonna be cold. You know the weather here, and it's gonna be different.
Yeah, I know it's definitely gonna be cold, but you know, whatever. I mean, we go to Halloween raves. It's like the same shit. If anything, it's a little later too.
Yeah, but it's a different vibe. EDC is supposed to be like summer and warm, and it's a different vibe versus Escape, where we all expect it to be cold, so we're in onesies and like bundled up and stuff.
Yeah, I remember EDC 2019. It was in May. It was freaking freezing. I remember day 2 bringing my joggers because it was so cold, and that was like unexpected. And it was really abnormal too for May.
Oh yeah, it definitely was. The first day I said, F it, I'm gonna wear my cute outfit I've been waiting for.
Mm-hmm.
But man, was I dying. I was dying so bad. And we tried to go get like a blanket or a sweater and everything was sold out. And we're like, oh gosh, what do we do? So the next day I bundled up more, not enough. And then the third day I was like, I'm not even going to try to be cute. I'm going to wear jeans, some leggings under it. I wore like some whatever t-shirt and like a big furry jacket. I was so warm and comfy. I was like, all right, this is the best day ever.
Yeah, I think eventually the weather will dictate how the majority of us are going to dress. Like, I know a lot of us are like, we're going to look cute no matter what. Hose don't get cold.
Hose don't get cold.
Yeah. We've spent so much money and time and effort thinking about these outfits. We're like, no, it's going to happen. And then we just give up, I feel like, halfway through the night.
Yeah, we definitely do.
Yeah, that's okay. Did you have like your outfits and stuff ready for EDC?
For this year?
Yeah, like when it was supposedly happening in May.
I was starting to plan outfits, so I actually bought a couple of things on Depop, just like a couple of things because I gained weight, right? So I'm like, I don't know what's gonna fit right now, and so I was like, I'll figure it out and just spend like $20 here, $20 there, whatever. I'm not gonna sit there and spend like rave wear money on it right now and not even know if it's gonna happen or if it's gonna even fit for that matter. So I wasn't too worried about that. I was honestly going to wear a bunch of pants because
just in case.
Yeah. We know what happened 2019, so.
Right. So hold on. So then does that mean that Seismic was your first festival back?
Kinda. Yeah. Yeah. I would say so. It was one day. It was like full on festival.
How was that? How was that experience? Because it's in a completely different state. So I feel like the mandates and the rules that they have there are going to be so different compared to Nevada's.
Yeah. Well, we got there. We weren't sure if we had to like wear a mask to that specific, event. Like some businesses required you to do it. But for the most part, where we were at, no mask. But you walk in, no mask. They barely checked our stuff, and you just see everybody crowded, having a good time, and it's like, wait, what's happening right now? I'm so confused. I haven't seen something like this in so long. But it was awesome. It was a great feeling to like finally be in that kind of setting again.
Yeah. Did they require any proof of vaccination?
Yeah, so they had either the proof or I think you did a rapid testing there.
Oh, they offered that there on site?
Yeah. But we had our Vax card, so we were good.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't like both was required. It was one or the other.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, wow. Did they have like COVID dogs or anything?
No, not that I noticed. I didn't know any.
Yeah. I mean, I think OBW had COVID dogs, so I was like wondering if that was going to be like a thing now at festival.
No, I didn't see any dogs at all. I don't think I did. If I did see one, it was probably like a service dog. I think that's what I saw. But now, no COVID dogs, I guess.
Oh, okay. Did they search your stuff like normal, or was it more of?
Yeah, so they asked like ahead of the time. They were like, already just have your bags ready and like open and stuff. So when I got to them, my bag was already open. They like kind of flipped through it a little, flashed the light in there, and they're like, all right, you're good. But as far as touching, there was no touching. I mean, I wasn't wearing anything, so they didn't pat me down or anything.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was pretty normal for like what was going on,
Yeah, and I forgot if you mentioned it or not. Was it a mask required event or optional?
No, I think it was more so like a lot of the signs that we saw in Austin, it says mask recommended, but not required.
Oh, okay. I think that's how it was for abduction too.
Yeah. So nope, no mask. So it felt really nice to be able to party around people without a mask on. It's very freeing.
Wow. That must have been quite the experience, especially if that was your first event back, girl.
It was, but it's as far as having like a festival, it was, but because he's been getting gigs here and there, we've kind of been going to shows. So I have been around people, but not like at that level. So it was a shock, but it was relieving. It was exciting. I had a good time. It was fun.
Oh, that's so good to hear. Were there tons of people there, or was it, I think you mentioned it was like a smaller event, right?
Yeah, it is small. I really don't know the number on how many people were there, but it was a good amount. I didn't know what really Seismic was as far as like size-wise, but I feel like it's pretty small event, like really tiny. I wouldn't call it like a festival. I think festival, and I think really massive and big,
Right, like some type of Insomniac event.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't even think it was like the amount of like, like escape and stuff, because it was only 2 stages. It's really small.
Oh, really? Just 2? Okay.
It was literally a techno stage and a house stage, and that was it.
Oh, wow. So there's like no like bass heavy music or anything. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I feel like smaller festivals like that are starting to pop off. I think that like local event throwers are like, we need to do something, like have our own type of festival. That I feel like they don't want to just depend on like the biggest names in the game to come to their city or want to throw some type of event. I think people kind of want to want to curate it themselves.
Yeah, I think it just gave them the opportunity to, while everything, was shut down. So they really had the opportunity to fill in that space, that gap that was going on. So I think it's really great to have like all these companies, because like, here in Vegas, there's like all these like other spots for us that are popping up. And it's like, you guys weren't here pre-pandemic. So it's exciting to see all these little venues and other house and companies that are doing shows for us.
Yeah, to be honest, I was surprised at the rate at which all of these events started appearing, like started being announced here in Vegas. Like, for example, Factory 93, Deadmau5's thing, Excision. That was like one of the earliest ones that I heard of. And I was just like, oh my gosh, this is so nuts. Cause I think it was just like days prior where it was announced that we were going to be 100% open June 1st. And it was like boom, 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 boom. And like by Insomniac too, like all of the events.
Yeah. It's insane. And I keep going on Instagram and people are like, oh, I just, got the tickets for this and this and this. And I'm like, how is this happening like so fast? And like, it's insane, but I'm excited. I'm glad we're getting, back to reality.
Yeah, I think that just goes to show like how much people are willing to go ahead and throw on an event once, they get the okay. And I saw someone's story. It was Rose's story for Deadmau5, and it looked packed, dude. It looked like a freaking festival. And it was just a show at the downtown Las Vegas Event Center. And I was like, these lines are crazy. I think there were like 2 massive lines. And I was like, this is nuts.
I know. I saw her story too. And we were talking about it, me and my husband, and we were like, what is going on? I don't understand. Because, we've been to that event center quite a few times for Collective Zoo. And there's never been a line like that. Not even close, where it like even wraps around the block. That's insane. And I actually saw her. She came and dropped off the speakers, and they were telling us that it was 2 blocks where they were waiting in line when they first got there. I was like, God, that's crazy. I can't even imagine like being in that line for, I don't know, at least maybe an hour, because you had to do the vax thing first and then go through security.
Oh, and when you say the vaccine thing, is that like where you just kind of flash your card, or?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. At least that's what they did with me, because we had our cards. But I think if you didn't have your vaccination card, they did like a rapid testing, or you had to show a negative test, I think. I'm not sure. I have my vax card and I'm like, here, I'm good.
Yeah. I know this. I know a girl who literally got her first dose the day of, because she was like, I want to go. And I was like, wow, I mean, if that's what it takes to get people to get vaccinated, why not, I guess?
Why not? Yeah.
Like incentive.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like that's what's happening a lot right now.
Yeah. Was Factory 93, was that at the same venue?
It was, and it was way less people when we went, and we were talking about it, and he's like, it's not even, probably way less than even half, probably like a quarter of the amount that was there for Deadmau5. It was way less.
Who was playing again?
I know for sure Test Pilot was playing, which is funny because that's Deadmau5, right? That's his alias.
Oh, okay. I'm not a big Deadmau5 fan, so I didn't know that.
I didn't know either.
Okay, that's good to know. Dang, wow. So you would think there would be more people then.
He was bringing it up to me. Hey, stop. Cat. He was bringing it up. He's like, there was so many people here for Deadmau5 yesterday. And that's literally him on stage right now playing as Test Pilot, but that's his, I guess, techno alias. I'm not exactly sure. And I was just like, well, maybe it was a Deadmau5 thing. All of us are very nostalgic around Deadmau5, because that's when I was getting into the racing, when he was like blowing up and stuff. I was like, maybe it was that. I don't know. Maybe more people like house and techno, like here in Vegas. I have no idea. But they used the entire venue for Deadmau5 for the Friday show. And then for Saturday, they closed like half of it. So they didn't use that back part where the tent is.
Yeah, so it was just the front area?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. Well, I'm sure a lot that has to do with it is his actual name, because that
Yeah.
Deadmau5 name is so huge. And I think that's one of the reasons why it was that crazy, because I feel like if a lot of people knew, then they would have gone.
Yeah, you think you would. I feel like I would have given up waiting on that line on Friday, and I would have just, saw him Saturday, because the line was ridiculous. It was really out of this world. That place has never had a line like that.
Yeah, I was excited to see that, because I was just like, we're back. Vegas is
We're
back.
back, baby. We're back.
Yeah, because I haven't seen a crowd that massive here in Vegas. So I was like, okay, if this is happening, then EDC is definitely happening
Oh,
in
yeah.
October with that amount of people.
Mm-hmm. For sure. It's definitely happening.
Yeah, I think the most packed I've ever seen that was at Excision last February. And the fact that he's coming back in July, I was like, oh my God, it's going to be so crazy, because I know a whole bunch of people from out of state that are coming in just for that show.
Yeah.
I personally am not going, because it's going to be outside in July, and I know how hot it
at
gets.
the event center?
Yeah, same location, same venue, and it's gonna be packed. And I know it's outside for a good reason, but I get hot way too fast. So I was like, I can't do it. July here.
I mean, if it's in July, they probably will have the pools up.
Probably, but I will. Nope,
You're like,
too
no.
hot for me. Yeah, that's not gonna make me want to go in. I don't think, especially now. Maybe, I mean, I don't know. It's just gonna be way too hot. I don't think I could handle it.
Yeah, because I remember we went there for a show in July. It might have been a Collective Zoo show. I'm not exactly. I can't remember, but they had pools, and we were like, wait, what? They have pools? Yes, we're getting VIP tickets. We're going to be in that pool. And we were the whole entire time.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. I've seen the pools, like I've seen videos of it. And when I did jury duty, like a while back, cause it's in downtown, the Regional Justice Center, I could see the pool like in the summertime where they were having like the event. So I didn't know that was going to be going on this year too, but that's awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool. I really like that venue. I think it's like nice and cozy, little hidden kind of.
Yeah, I just don't like that. I think the latest they can have shows on till is 1 a.m., right? I know they don't go up.
I think they've been there later.
I just the past couple times I've been there, I just remember it closing early. I remember one like was for Collective Zoo. I remember one of them ended at 1 a.m. Excision, it ended pretty early. Zomboy, but I don't know. Maybe things have changed. But from what I remember, it like closes earlier compared to like World Market Center or those other event places here.
Yeah, I don't remember. I'm always a little under the influence.
You're having a great time.
I have a great time when I go out.
Yeah, it's just so good to see that like so finally opening up. So I'm so here for it. It's time.
Yeah. We're actually going to Arizona on Friday. We're going to go see Chris Lake and Fisher in Arizona.
Oh, nice. Are they going to be playing at, is there like
Rawhide? At Rawhide Event Center? I've never been there. We've never been there. So we're excited to go somewhere new. And we love Chris Lake. Like, he's the man. Oh my gosh.
Oh, that'll be fun. I've heard of that venue. I think they have like Gold Rush there.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's funny. I was just talking to Molly, who was on the last episode, but she was saying the same thing, like that venue. Apparently it's really cool because it's like all Western themed, I think. And it's just like this cool nostalgic vibe.
Interesting. I'll see it on Sunday.
Yay. Oh, I'm so jelly. I still have yet to experience some type of event.
Oh, soon.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I have planned out is EDC since they canceled Electric Forest.
Yeah. I know you like to go that. That's would have been year 3? for you?
Yeah, that would have been my third Electric Forest. And I really thought that there was a chance of it happening this year. So I don't know. I think, like, from what I remember, Michigan's cases were like skyrocketing. That was like 2 months ago. I don't know how it is now. If it's down now, I'm going to be so upset because it's summertime. Usually cases like viruses and stuff, like cases of illness, like flu, like all that stuff is really, really low in the summertime. So I was just like, oh,
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Oh.
But it's good to hear that your man has been playing a ton of stuff. I'm guessing it's all stuff that's not here in Vegas.
Yeah. Well, we were at Terrace.
I heard they just opened up again.
Yeah, they had a soft opening about a month ago, and he got to play 2 weeks ago, I think. Losing track of time because we've all of a sudden gotten so busy, and it's like, all right, we have a show here, we have a show here, and we have to go here and do this. And I'm like, oh my gosh, we're really back. We're getting back into like the swing of things and everything. So it's gotten really crazy on our end, but it's exciting. It's like it makes both of us really happy that he's getting gigs, and then like I tag along and I take his photos, so I get to have a good time doing that. And then we just get to party again.
I'm so happy to hear that. I feel like, well, since you said that he's been playing all these shows, I feel like that means he's blowing up. Like, that's a great sign.
Oh, yeah. He's doing good. He's getting a lot more shows. Like, he just told me we might be going to back to Texas. And there's 2 other events that I'm not supposed to be talking about just yet.
We'll talk about it off camera.
But yeah, he's getting busy. He's getting more attention, so it's exciting. It's really exciting.
Yeah. Is it more? Would you say it's more attention compared to what it was pre-pandemic?
I feel like we're getting back to that point because pre-pandemic we were actually booked out for about 3 months. We were booked from like March to July. We were going to quite a few places. And then, everything happened. So we're like, okay, now we slow down. And I feel like now we're like going back to where we were.
Yeah. I feel like that's what's really unfortunate. I mean, this goes for almost everybody, but for people that are like working on stuff like artists, producers, DJs, it sucks because it kind of like backtrack them, especially if they were going to go on tour, if they had these dates set, all these like different announcements. I feel like that's what sucks so much. But, I feel like you got to respect the hustle, and coming back is only going to be better.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. He's having a lot of fun now. It took him a while to get inspired again. Like I'm sure a lot of us really lost the creativity, the passion for what we were doing, whatever art we were doing. And probably a couple months ago, he's like, all right, I'm back. Let's do this. And he was always in the studio and making music now. And I'm getting back into my photography. Like I was shooting, for Rosa and stuff. So it's great to be able to do what we love again.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that because I wasn't sure if you were still actively taking photos like during the pandemic, or if you were like just doing stuff on the side.
No, I wasn't doing anything. I just stopped working and basically picked up a bunch of hobbies. And I was doing a bunch of crafts here in the house. And, working on the house, little projects that we've had on the list and stuff. But as far as working for photography, nothing at all.
Oh my gosh. What made you like get back into it? Was it because he started to get his groove back as well? Or did something happen?
No, basically it was him like getting things again. And then Rosa reached out and just pretty much that. And then now I'm like, all right, where are we going next? What are we doing next?
Yeah, I think once that momentum finally starts picking up, then you'll get your groove back in that creative flow for sure. Because I just took a 3-week long hiatus from the podcast because so much stuff was happening and mental stuff and just trying to, collect yourself. I feel like sometimes you need a break to be motivated again.
Yeah, you definitely need that break. Like there's times where I've taken just a couple days off, a week off, and it's like from anything creative. And I'm just like sitting on the couch watching TV just aimlessly. And so you find the inspiration again. It sucks when you hit like that creative block, but we get past it. Just something ends up like sparking it all over again. And then you're good.
Yeah. So in terms of your photography, can you tell us a little bit about how you got started?
So I've always liked photography, right? Something about the camera or just pictures in general, I've always loved it. And I was actually in yearbook club in my senior year, I believe. So I got to like walk around the campus like with camera and like taking pictures for the yearbook and stuff. But I never did anything with it. I just thought it was cool and I left it alone. And then right before we moved out here in 2016, I had stopped being a dental assistant.
So you were a dental assistant?
Yeah, for 3 years.
What? Like you went to school for it and like completed it and you were actually working as a dental assistant?
Mm-hmm.
I genuinely did not know that until right now. So I was like, what? I heard the word dental assistant and I was like, since when?
I did that after high school. I did it for 3 years and I really loved what I did. I loved being a dental assistant. I loved, helping and stuff. And the doctors weren't nice, and the pay was going nowhere. It just really sucked, and I had lost my passion. So, luckily, we were moving, so I didn't have to necessarily continue being a dental assistant. I could like find something new to do. And he was so sweet. He bought me my first like starter kit of a camera. And he's like, here, I know you love photography. I know you like taking pictures. Like, have fun with this. If it goes somewhere, it goes somewhere. If not, whatever. So we moved here and we lived in the apartment. I was still jobless for like 8 months. And I was just taking pictures of like whatever was around the house, like taking pictures of my cats, just to mess with the camera, get a feel for it and have fun. And it wasn't until a little bit before I did your shoot, I think the first time we met, where I did something, like actually with other human beings.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I did a shoot for Rosa and what was it? Rebel Kitty. Tanya? Did you ever meet her?
No, but she has the glasses, right? The sunglasses, yeah.
Yeah, because she used to live here. So I actually met up with her. And I did a little shoot with them. I don't know if you remember those pictures that I took. They're like in a pink little dressing room. It was called like Hot Mess Boutique, something like that. And kinda. that was my first actual like shoot like that. And then after that, I would take his photos because he's an artist, so he needs like his headshots and whatever else that he needed. But I was like really focused on doing like rave wear and festival fashion, just like that's what I wanted to do. But then the more I took his pictures, the more I'm like, hey, I kind of like nightlife photography and taking like, event photography, I guess you could call it. So now I just do a little bit of everything. I do it all, I guess.
Wow. So was that difficult at all? I feel like it's easier said than done to.
I mean, I still struggle with it. It's definitely hard. I definitely don't put in as many hours as I should on practicing my craft. But I feel like it's with anything, right? Where you should constantly be learning whatever is new in that field or whatever gadget is, out on the market and stuff like that. So I'm still practicing. I'm still learning. We just did the 2 shows, and there was a point where I was really struggling with my photos and I was getting frustrated. I get very frustrated very easily. And when my photos aren't coming out right, I just like get bummed out for like 10 minutes and then I lose that time. But I actually did good this time. I'm very proud of myself that when I sat down, I collected myself for a minute. I was like, I'm just going to sit here and relax and like not stress about it. And then something in me just like clicked, and then my photos came out a lot better. He was actually complimenting me earlier, and like my head got really big. But I'm excited to do more. I'm very excited. Like, I feel like now I can actually probably pitch myself to DJs that are here locally and be like, hey, like, I see you're playing tonight or tomorrow. Like, do you need a photographer? I feel that confident in myself right now.
Hell yeah. And you're a phenomenal photographer. Ritza has taken a lot of my photos over the years, and they look amazing. In fact, a lot of them are actually on my Instagram. So I feel like you shouldn't sell yourself short, because you're definitely good at what you do. I think it's just a matter of being in the right headspace, because you're human. So of course, like, if you're feeling like shit, your stuff's going to turn out that way. But I feel like once you get yourself together and really just be like, you know what, like, I'm here, I'm going to do my thing, and then you'll be able to like reach your fullest potential. But I'm so happy to hear that you're like back in it and you're doing what you love.
I am, and I'm excited to do more.
Yeah. Is this so? I know that well, hold on. I don't want to say hobby, but is this like something that you want to do in terms of a career?
An actual career? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. I always thought it was going to be a little bit of a hobby, but then probably like 2 years in of me taking the photos. So was that 2018? I was like, you know what? I think I could do this. I could do this as my career. I could do this, for myself as my like main income and stuff. So that's what I'm striving for.
Absolutely. What would you say is like one of the biggest challenges in trying to pursue this as your career?
As of right now, my goodness, my confidence, honestly. My confidence to like actually like reach out to people and work with them, or even I had a really big issue of actually being in the crowd and taking photos while my husband was playing, on stage, because I always felt like I was in people's way, like I know what you're there to do is like have a good time, and you want to see the DJ and stuff. And I always feel like I'm in the way with my big old camera. So like I would always be like in a little corner and hiding and like taking a picture from like very like horrible areas. But as of that, like I feel like my confidence is better. So now it's just more so putting myself out there and, not being scared of rejection, because that's all it is. It's they'll say no and then you move on. That's it.
Yeah. In terms of what you said, like people feeling like you're in the way, I think that people also realize that people are working these events, and that you're only going to be in that spot for what, couple of seconds?
A couple of seconds, minute max.
Yeah, you got to do what you got to do. But yeah, I feel like reaching out to people, I think that is definitely something that may be challenging. Like, what is it? Like networking. I think that can for sure be hard at first. I think that goes for anybody though. Like that's doing like independent stuff, like contracting stuff. That's like, even hairstylists have like time with that too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm actually going tomorrow. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
Oh, nice.
Getting my roots done. But that's actually how I met Rosa back in, what is that, like 2017? I one day built up the courage while I was sitting on my couch. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to reach out to a couple of these small businesses that I follow. And I wrote out a message like in my notes, and it was like, hey, like I'm a photographer here in Vegas. I would love to work with you. We could do like what do we call it?
Is it TFP?
Yes. Thank you.
Just time for photos. If anyone doesn't know.
And see, that's how long it's been. I can't even remember. And she's actually one of the ones that reached out and was like, hey, yeah, how do we do this? Like, because I'm in Houston, you're in Vegas. So how does this work? And then we worked with the plan. And then that was the only time I legit actually like put myself out there. And I think I messaged probably like, I don't know, maybe like 10 different companies. And probably out of all of them, maybe half of them actually responded.
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of hurt the ego, like I couldn't even get a response like, sorry, no, we're not looking for that. Or, it's not the time or anything like that. But she was the only one that was up for it. And I was like, yeah, did a little happy dance.
Yeah. Yeah. And that was, yeah, you said she was in Houston. That was before she moved out here. So that, I feel like that was such a kind of like a blessing, because now you're like, working with her still to this day. I feel like if you hadn't put yourself out there, then none of this would have ever happened.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm very proud of that moment where I legit was like, you know what's the worst they're going to say? No. And I did it, and which is really scary for me because I'm not a person like that. I'm not very bold in that way. I'm very shy. I'm very, introverted in those kinds of ways. I know you're going to say no.
I've also known you for years, so I'm like, what are you talking about? You like talk a lot and you're outgoing, but we're also friends, so.
Yeah, we are friends.
Yeah. But like in terms of your photography, are you going to specialize? Like I know you mentioned that you really like doing event photography. Is that what you want to stick to, or are you kind of dabbling?
Idea. Right now, yeah, I love working, with like Rosa and these small companies that are in our community. I love our EDM community. But I'm also really getting into like doing this nightlife photography. I enjoy it now. At first I was like, yes, babe, I'll take your photos. So you can have photos for your IG, whatever. But now I'm like getting into it. I like it. It's fun. Like it's a totally different vibe from like a set photo shoot, with us and like talks like this and stuff. So I don't know. I don't know which way I'm going to go. Maybe I could do both.
I think you could totally do both. And we live in Las Vegas. Like I remember back when I was clubbing a lot, there would be random photographers at the club just taking photos of people like there, like girls that were there and guys. So like I feel like that's something you could definitely pick up. If you don't want to do shows, you could definitely do it on the strip, like that type of nightlife or those type of events. I think you could totally do, because they would take those photos and it would say stuff like Surrender or One Oak or whatever club it is.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. I think it's just more so knowing the people to get into those specifically here, because I feel like here it's a very, you have to know people to get into some of these jobs here.
Yeah, you're right. I feel like a lot of that, I feel like that's Las Vegas in particular. Yeah. I feel like it is really who you know. For sure. I mean, even my job, I work in healthcare, but I got in because I knew someone too. So, yeah.
Everywhere.
Hey, but you never know. I feel like that's why going out is so good. Even though, let's say you don't want to go out somewhere with a lot of people, I feel like in the end, it's still really beneficial because you never know who you're going to meet.
Who you're going to meet. Yeah, it's very true. Yeah. You never know when the opportunity is going to be there.
Yeah, exactly. That's why, like, whenever I do meet people, like, I mean, I don't think I'm a mean person anyways, but I always, I'm like really cordial. And like you said, like, you never know what opportunities are there. And I feel like it's always like unexpected, because then they'll be like, oh yeah, by the way, I own blah, blah, blah company or something like that. Or I'm in charge of this at HR or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. You never know.
Yeah. That's wild. But, yeah, I think you're going to be great. I feel like just keep doing what you're doing. And in terms of, in terms of your photography, was it like, did it come natural to you, or did you have to like watch any YouTube videos? Because I feel like it's more than just taking a picture of something. I feel like there's an art to it, no?
Yeah, there's definitely an art to it. Some people honestly have like the eye for it. which I always get really blushy because people tend to tell me that. And I'm like, no, really. But I did have to learn a lot. Like I said, I still struggle with my camera. I don't know my camera in and out. I mean, this camera is actually new, but I still struggle. I still struggle to put on like the right ISO, the right f-stop, the right, like the right settings and stuff. And my lighting isn't always the best. The composition is not the best, but then you pick it up, you learn. I was watching a lot of YouTube. I go on Pinterest a lot and I read like a bunch of blogs and stuff that's on there. And then, my husband, he knows a lot about like computers and like stuff like that. So he helps me a lot. He's actually the one that tends to buy my cameras or like tells me which one to buy. He's like, all right, this one's good. This one's good. And like, get this lens. And I'm like, okay, babe.
Does he have a background in photography too?
No.
Oh. I was gonna say, what?
He just likes to do research. He loves to look it all up, and he's very nerdy in that way. And he knows like when they start talking about specs and stuff. And I'm like,
oh my God, he sounds like Justin. Our mans have a lot in common.
I mean, I always tell him, I swear that all DJs and music producers, they're all nerds, man. I feel it. I know. I know they're all nerds.
Well, the majority of them are very tech savvy, like a lot more tech savvy than you would think in terms of like knowing a computer, like all that technical stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Even like stuff with phones, like it's really amazing. I feel like I really understood the extent of it when I started podcasting.
Yeah, you had to learn, right?
Yeah, I had to learn like, like how much I could store on my computer and like RAM and all those different things. And even with like the audio quality, like trying to make sure that it doesn't, like it's all leveled out. So like when my intro comes on, it doesn't blow out someone's speaker or stuff like that. So it's very technical. I feel like you actually have to be pretty smart and capable of learning to make music.
Oh yeah. And that's what he does. And then he tells me like on the research of like whatever it is that we're working on. And I'm like, okay, I get half of that, but let's do this.
Yeah. Or if like I don't know something or if he doesn't know something, he's on YouTube, like watching a video, trying to like analyze it and break it down that way.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That sounds about right. They sound the same.
Yeah. We all need to hang out soon.
We still have to do our hot tub date.
Yes, we do. This is true. Yeah, well, I'm looking forward to that. So before we end, I know we're getting close to an hour here. I wanted to ask you, you're recording from your computer, right? From a laptop?
Yeah, from a laptop.
Okay. So I have this new segment called 5 Seconds of Explore. And okay. I wanted to see if you would do it with me. Basically, it's where we show each other our Explore pages for 5 seconds so we can see what our Explore pages look like.
Okay, so what do you mean by that? Please help.
Okay, so I'll go first because this is the first time that I'm doing this new segment.
So I'm the test bunny here.
Yeah, you're my guinea pig. So I think this is going to be super fun just because everyone's Explore page is different because as majority of us all know, Instagram is super smart and has that crazy algorithm where it can tell like what you've been looking at, what you like, depending on the things that you like and your scroll time and all that good stuff. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and hit the little magnifying glass. Okay, so my Explore page currently looks like this. It's a bunch of travel. Yeah, lots of travel stuff. There's a couple of things here with like pugs. I don't know if...
Oh yeah, I see the pugs.
Pick it up. Yeah, see if I can get it to focus. Oh
my God.
Yeah, definitely lots of travel stuff, lots of random stuff like this guy trying to play a piano. But yeah, that's what my Explore page
looks like. Let's see. Now I'm like, I don't know what's gonna pop up.
I know, that's why I love it.
Great. Let me see. Hold on. Let me turn up the brightness a little bit. All right. Explore page. Oh my gosh. I have no idea what's even on here. Can you see that? My light's shining.
Is that makeup? Nails?
Yeah. Yeah. So there's nails. There's some earrings right here.
Oh
A bunch of sayings, food. I don't know if you can
of
see.
course. Yeah. Is that what, sushi?
I don't know what that is. No, it's like a chicken sandwich, but of course it's going to be vegan because, I'm vegan. Let's see what else is on there. Clothes.
Are those dinosaur chicken nuggets?
Yeah. Oh, I also love to watch like strip pole fitness.
Oh, like pole dancing videos?
Yeah. I love that. I think it's amazing.
I do too. I think it's actually really beautiful.
Yeah, I love watching it. Of course, more food, hair dyeing. Now you know what I look at.
Yeah. I feel like now I know like what you like to look at in your spare time.
I mean, it's honestly very neat for sure. Like there's a bunch of like vegan stuff, hair stuff. There's something on here that's autism.
Autism.
Yeah, like I've been learning a lot more about like people with like just disabilities like that, and autism tends to be like the one that's like very much talked about right now.
Oh wow.
Yeah. But yeah, that's my explore page.
I love it. Oh my gosh. I'm kind of surprised that my explore page looks pretty uniform because the last time, I think it was like a month ago, I opened it. It was a whole bunch of pug memes, like just like the weirdest shit, all these crazy outfits, makeup, but it was also like food, and it was random. It wasn't as like
mine is very random all the time. Like there's always makeup, there's always food, there's a little bit of travel that I tend to see on there. I think I more so do a lot of the travel stuff like on Pinterest. That's where I look at a lot of stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like I love Pinterest. Pinterest is probably my favorite like app that I love to go into versus like Instagram and Facebook.
Really?
Yeah.
I tried doing Pinterest and I couldn't get into it just because it would kind of direct me off site onto like these blogs
or actual websites. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I use it a lot for like recipes.
Oh, okay.
So I pick up recipes and I'll cook them or bake them,
nice.
Whatever it is.
Yeah, hell yeah. Well, thanks for letting us see your explore page. I feel I'm like kind of waiting for someone to like reject that idea. I literally just came up with it the other night and I asked Justin if I was like, "You think that's a good idea?" He was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Okay, cool."
Of course he said yes.
No, he will shut it down if it's
too much.
Yeah, if it's kind of risque or if it's just not vibe, he'll be like, "No, don't do that."
No.
It's happened before.
At least he's honest about it.
That's true. I feel like I need somebody to kind of keep me grounded sometimes because I feel like I do have some far-fetched ideas.
The world isn't ready just yet.
Yeah. And before we go, we do have some raver advice. If you don't mind answering some.
Okay. I'll try my best.
Okay, yay. For those that don't know what raver advice is, basically it's where anybody can submit any questions, concerns, dilemmas about anything rave related or not. So we do have one here from someone that would like to remain anonymous. Mm-hmm. She asks, are influencers still normal people, and are there levels of normality? Are there levels of normality in influencers you see? You've met a lot of influencers. I feel like this would be a really good one for you to answer.
I have.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, they're normal people. That's kind of, we have to remember that people that are in the the spotlight and stuff like that, even influencers, they're normal people. They have emotions. They have feelings. What was the other part of the question?
Like, do you see the levels of normality in them? I guess what she's trying to ask is, are they down to earth? Or are they in touch with reality? I'm guessing that's kind of what
I
Would like
mean,
to know.
the people that I've met, influencers, I guess, would be like kind of like you and like all the Rolita rebels, you know. You guys are very down to earth. You guys, I can actually like hang out with you guys and you guys won't be like, oh, like, who's that? Or, you know, like, she can't sit with us. You know what I mean?
No, of course not. Yeah.
But I also feel like that's part of our community. We're supposed to be loving. We're supposed to accept each other and not judge each other in that way. Even if, you know, somebody does, an influencer gives you kind of like the snotty nose, they're probably just having a bad day or they were being bothered while they were having a good time or something like that, you know? Like, you don't know. I don't think these influencers are there to be, or like that level to be like, have the excuse to be like rude and, you know, like very high nose and stuff, you know?
Yeah, I feel like that term just got a really bad rap over like the past year or two. And I think that there's like this really bad connotation, but I think a lot of people do realize like you, like we are normal people. Like I don't even really like calling myself that just because it has that bad stigma to it. But I think that, well, a lot of people don't realize too, like you said, like they may be having like a bad day or you don't know what just happened or you don't know like if they're sober or like what's going on as, you know, with anyone else. So I think that's what's really like something that's not like thought about because, you know, like you always see like social media, you always see people like in their best moods or in their best, you know, outfit or makeup or whatever. But in reality, it's like not always like that. So if we ever come off weird, please know it's not because of you. It's because we may have just like lost our friend in the crowd or we're not feeling too well or we're starting to feel really weird and just need to, you know, I don't know. I hope people like understand that.
Yeah. I feel like influencer is just like, it's literally just a title of some sort, but everybody's human. That's what you need to remember. Just because they're an influencer doesn't mean anything. Yes, they have an influence. Yes, they have a big following, but it's basically a job title, right? That's all it is.
Sure. Yeah, definitely. It could be a title. It could be it's literally just a word. It's whatever you want to put into that word. So it could be meaningless too. That's the thing. That word can be completely meaningless.
Yeah. That's why a lot of people are now, they're not saying that they're influencers. They're
public figures.
Creators.
Oh.
No, content creators. Because that's what it is.
It really is.
It's a job. That's what you're doing. You're creating these images, these reels, these videos for like YouTube or whatever. That's all it is.
Yeah, I mean, we could even say that you're a content creator too.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yay. Oh, and most important part, can you share one of your best candies ever that you've received?
So I have a couple. I didn't know which ones to choose. But I wanted to show these two for sure because they're actually like one of the first candies that I received. I am pretty sure this one I received at EDC 2010 at the Coliseum. And it's like a little ladder. It's loosened up, right? It was a lot tighter before. And it's green and pink and it just flops all the way around. And then there's this random big letter bead that's like a Z. I'm not sure what it was for, but this chick, we were sitting in the stands. I remember that part. And I think she was like passing us by and like going to the restroom. And she saw me and she was like, here, I didn't have anything, right? She just gave this to me. And I thought it was really cool because I've never seen them like this. It really sucks that it's stretched out, but to give you a better idea,
it honestly looks like it was supposed to be like that, though. It looks kind of better, like stretched out. Not better, but it makes it look really different because I think we're used to seeing them closer together, right? Specifically with cuffs.
Yeah. And then this one is just purple and orange, the pattern. And then it says fur on it. There you go. And these were definitely one of my first candies that I received. And I can't believe I actually found them right now. And it made me really happy that I still have them.
Oh my gosh. These were your first candies ever from 2010, you said?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow.
And this, I actually attempted to make a cup, because I tried to make my own candy and not let my mom make them all. And it's a bunch of glow in the dark beads because I wanted to be noticed for some apparent reason. And in purple beads, it says, "My name is Miss Kitty." Of course, it's purple. But they glow in the dark.
Yeah.
And I used to wear it on my wrist. And I don't know, I guess if I ever got lost or something, people could find me like this. I have no idea what my idea was behind it.
Yeah, no, your name spelled out so well. Can you actually bring it back and describe for our listeners?
So, like I said, it's I don't know, maybe 10 row cuff, just a single layer. And it says Kitty in purple letters. It's a capital K, small I, TTY.
It looks so good. It looks you said this was the first cuff that you made? It looks phenomenal. I would have never even been able to map out how to put the letters and create that.
So what I did was I mapped it out on the table. And I just pretty much had all the letters, just single letters. And then as I was going, I was stacking them on top of each other.
I feel like that still requires a lot of thought, a lot of planning. Because if you fuck something up, I feel like you would have to, I don't know if you could fix that.
All the way back.
Yeah. That sounds I don't think it's that easy. That sounds hard. But dude, it looks really good for your first cuff. I've never attempted to make a cuff. It looks perfect.
Thanks. I actually lost it one time and I made another one. And then when I was going through all my candy right now, I actually found both of them. But I actually had to redo it because I lost it and because I loved it so much. I was like, I'm going to remake it.
Oh, good. Now you have a backup. Dang, you still got it.
I have a backup. I did find this and I think it's hilarious. I don't know why. Don't ask. But I made hoop earrings and I threw a bunch of candy.
Wait,
so apparently I used to wear big hoop earrings when I first started raving. And for some reason I got the idea to put a bunch of candy on it. Oh my gosh, I'm hilarious.
I personally am here for those. You should create those and sell them. You saw it here first, guys. We coined it here. Candy hoop earrings. I think those are the business.
I had them out and I was like, okay, I don't know which ones to choose and to show. And he was like, did somebody give you these? And I was like, no, babe, that would be very weird.
Oh my gosh. You should totally start creating those. And then your slogan can be the bigger the hoop, the bigger the plur.
All right, we're partners. We're partners in this.
Yeah. This is a brand deal now. This is what's happening. This is the Maritza times Renee collab.
Oh my gosh. I don't even remember making these or even wearing them. And even if I did wear them, I feel like I probably only wore them for an hour max, maybe.
Oh, because they're heavy.
I just get very irritated with my ears. I'm just I can imagine myself back in the day when I literally was just jumping all night long and this was just flopping and hitting my head.
I love it. Oh my God, I love it. I feel like this is perfect if you are a chola, but you still want to go to the rave. There you go. You didn't forget your candy because you're wearing it already. It's perfect.
It is, and especially because I used to wear hoops all the time, so that was the old me.
The old you. Oh, I love it. I'm here for it.
I'm trying to figure out what else. Oh, I've only received one cup my entire like 10 years of raving, just because I stopped trading candy. Probably like 14, 15. I don't know. I feel like it kind of really died down.
Really?
Yeah, at least for me, like I would still make candy and I would wear it and I would take it. And then I would come back home with my arms still filled of candy. And I'm like, okay, well,
Really?
guess
I try
I'll
to give them away, like only because I'm like I made so many, like all that time. I'm like this was not for nothing.
I just keep them for the next event or the next show. And I literally have so many that are just sitting there. And I'm like, wait, I made this one. I made this one. I made this one. Like I actually made these two. And I wanted to show you because I used to use a lot of charms.
I love charms. Oh my gosh, me too.
So like, this is like some sucky string, but this little charm right here, it says love on it. I don't know if you can see that. And then I decided to write love is louder in the letters.
I love that. Oh my God. That's such
and I never gave it away, but I think I was being selfish because I really fell in love with it.
Oh, we all do that. I've done that so many times, or keep the candy that I've made. No, but
like,
that was so
especially because it's purple and that's my favorite color.
Yeah. No, I love the message though. It's really, you're going to make someone cry if you give that away.
I feel like I want to put a new string on this, a better string, and give it away at EDC.
I think so. That's a good idea. Sometimes you have to reinforce the string.
Yeah, because I don't even know what kind of string this is, to be honest. It's not good string. But I used to get a bunch of charms like that. Like this one, I actually went to Disneyland, and this one's a straight up castle. Can you see that?
Oh, yeah, it is the castle. Oh, wow.
It's like from Disneyland, and I wrote princess on it, and it's pink. And I thought this was so cute.
I love it. Sorry, I was just like Googling at it. It's so pretty. It says princess, everybody.
Yeah, it says princess, and it's a bunch of pink and like peachy colored beads. And the charm is a Disneyland charm of the castle. And it even says Disneyland actually on it.
That one's really special. I feel like that's something you could find at Disneyland. I feel like you could.
I used to actually spend a lot of money on charms like this and make these as special as I possibly could. I mean, I love a good basic, candy where it's like just beads and like a single word or whatever. But how many times are you going to find this exact candy?
Girl, I feel you. Trust me. I'm going to have to send you a whole bunch of the candies that I've made. I would go to fucking Hobby Lobby and go into like the little pendant section and find like the cutest charms. Like I had one where it was like a whole bunch of like cute little crystals, mermaid tails. No, I am for it. I feel like they're so adorable. The charms are like next level up for people that don't have that many skills with candy creating. Charms are like the best way to hide that.
It adds that little special touch.
Yes, I am for it. It's like makeup for your candy.
I love that.
Yeah, it's because you're dressing it up. You're making the candy. Sometimes it doesn't even have to say anything. It could just be like blue with like one little charm, and it's so perfect.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I love those. Oh my gosh. All of those are really freaking cute.
I know. I still have a bunch of those charms, which I'm going to have to like dig through my garage and find them because I think I'm actually going to make candy again for EDC. Looking at all this stuff,
party.
It really like brought it all back. And I used to love making candy. I mean, I didn't have the patience for it like my mom did. But every once in a while I would make some and it'd make me happy. So I think I'm going to do that again. And hopefully I can find those charms in that messy garage. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we need to have a candy get together, a candy party, because I agree. I feel like I've just been so busy, but like doing this show has like made me realize like how much I really love it. And I just feel like I just need to put some time aside to really get myself to do that again and find like the passion, like rather than just talking about it.
Yeah. Yeah, but it takes a lot of organization, right? To get everybody together, bring everybody's candy and like laying it all down. I don't know.
Oh, girl, mine are in Ziploc
baggies. A lot of work. There's Ziploc baggies.
Yeah, mine are in Ziploc baggies, organized by color, organized with charms, and then I have a random bucket full of random beads.
Oh my gosh. I have a bunch of just like the actual boxes, and I have bought like other organization boxes, I think like at Joann's or Michael's or something, and I would sort out certain beads, like if I got like specialty beads and like stuff like that. So I have like a whole trunk filled of like a bunch of cases of beads. It's insane.
We're having a candy party. This is happening.
We're having a candy
I'm getting
party.
super excited talking about it. Oh yeah.
Have a candy party and then get in the hot tub.
Remember you said that. Remember you said that. This is recorded and documented, so I'm going to bring this up. Maritza, drop where everyone can find you, your photography, if they want to book you.
Oh, that'd be nice. Yeah, book me. Well, IG handle is Almighty Kitty. That's TEY on Almighty. And that will have the links to my photography page. I started a travel page that's supposed to be for my husband and I whenever we start traveling again. And then, yeah, you could follow those. And then you could also give him a little follow. Maybe check out some of his music.
Yes, for anyone that likes house, right?
Yes, house music.
Hell yeah. And I'll link all of that good stuff in the description too.
Yeah, thanks.
Maritza, thank you so much for being on Best Candy Ever. This was a blast. I knew that you would be great.
Oh, thanks. Thanks for having me.
If you're a real one and you've made it this far into the episode, leave me 3 purple heart emojis because you the real MVP. Anyways, follow Best Candy Ever on Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. If you guys can please rate and review the podcast on Apple Podcasts, that would be amazing and would really help support me and Best Candy Ever. Thank you guys for everything. I'll see you guys soon.